The 3 hottest meme coins in the market right now are covered in today's video. These are the coins that you had to be in to pretty much make the most gain over the past couple of weeks. If you aren't involved in the hottest cryptocurrencies in the market, you are probably wasting your time. And our job here is to get in nice and early on these winners, because at the end of the day, guys, I want you guys to be early. I want to be early to these projects. We want to make a lot of money on this channel, guys. So I'm here to keep it 1,000 with you. I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion on these 3 top coins that are going around at the moment. Stick around to the end because I do have a lot of alpha, a lot of very, very low market cap coins that you are probably early to right now. Without further ado, let's get into it. First coin is SPX, and something we have to analyze here, guys, is whether it's late or not. Just from a general standpoint, you're late, right? Project is 1.7 billion in market cap. However, people try and perpetuate this idea that you're still an early investor. It's going to 100 billion in market cap, but I'm sorry, we have to be completely real here. I don't want you guys to get wrecked. The people that watch me, I want all you guys to win. That's what we're about here on this channel. As long as my core audience is winning, I'm happy. SPX is sitting at 1.76 billion in market cap. To put that in perspective, guys, if you aren't really familiar with how market caps work, it's very high in the meme space, very, very high. So for you to double your money, this market cap effectively needs to go to 3.4 billion, 3.52 billion in market cap, right? That is something that is hard to do. If you are not familiar with how much money needs to come in for that to happen, yes, I understand it can also explode at the same time as well. But is this a trade you really want to be taking? I understand SPX is getting mainstream, you know, all the shills on Twitter all the time. They're very happy about shilling it. But is this a coin that resonates with the rest of the world and general public? I'm not sure it is, because I'm telling you guys, I've had people that I've had conversations with in person and people don't even know what the SPX is, right? So regular people that aren't into stocks or crypto don't really know what this is. That's not to say they won't buy it because of FOMO. I'm not sure it just has that appeal. It might have had it before, that's absolutely fine. But now we're sitting at a $1.76 billion in market cap. I'm just not sure where the extra volume and liquidity is going to come from. Yes, it's going to go up with the market. Like I said, it's on top exchanges. People are going to buy it because of FOMO, because look where it is at the moment. We all know retail likes buying all-time highs, and they're pretty much the exit liquidity. So in my opinion, guys, I don't mind SPX. It's a very popular meme in that stock to meme kind of status, right? And it's the king of them. But I just wouldn't personally buy SPX anymore. I think you've missed the boat. We talked about it way down here in the couple of 100 mils in market cap. You would have made a nice return on it. I mean, I'm going to get a lot of hate from the SPX community, but to be honest with you guys, I don't care. It's not a coin that I would personally touch anymore. Is it a good coin? Sure. Has it got a big community? Sure. Is it going to keep going up? Probably, right? That's how crypto works. But we're here to make the most multiples as possible, get the best bang for our buck, and, you know, cash out as much as we can this bull run. Next up is DOWGE, which is effectively a massive antagonist kind of play to the SPX6900. That's the way it's kind of playing out, right? So there's been a lot of drama happening with these coins. A lot of the SPX community is getting angry over this one because it is effectively challenging or rivaling their position as the biggest stock to meme crypto, right? A lot of hype's been happening with DOWGE. Now, granted, this is only 60 mil in market cap. It's absolutely dwarfed by SPX in market cap. This is a very, very new project, guys, and this has absolutely flown in the last couple of days. You got key KOLs talking about it. Crypto Twitter is going wild about DOWGE. At the moment, it's consolidating. We did see that kind of head and shoulders pattern play out a little bit. So we got the left shoulder, head, right shoulder, right. So we did see a bit of that bearish kind of momentum going along with it. But I think DOWGE is a great play to leverage your position on SPX6900, guys. If I were to get in this narrative about the stock to meme stuff, I do think DOWGE is somewhat still buyable. Like, it's getting up there in valuation. It's very high. But at the end of the day, guys, if SPX keeps going, guys, this will yield better returns than SPX. So that's exactly why I think DOWGE is a great buy. The branding is phenomenal. I think it's better than SPX, to be completely honest with you guys. SPX is extremely popular because of Murad. Like, I think we can all come to that conclusion. And I think if we get the right people talking about DOWGE, it can absolutely, without a doubt, challenge SPX. I think, you know, you've got Superman talking about DOWGE, which is great, But yeah, if you just had the whole world talking about it, very, very popular KOLs, I think this can do really well. Look how well it's branded, guys. I talk about this all the time. DOWGE is obviously a play on DOWGE as well. They've got the three-headed DOWGE. And then obviously on top of that, DOWGE sounds like Dow Jones. And it's obviously about flipping the Dow Jones index. Very well marketed. I do like it, right? Is it worth it at the moment? I think honestly, guys, if you want to buy into this project, the time is probably now, because we have had that huge sell pressure that happened. We've seen a massive retracement from the highs. Like, we've had that 60% correction, effectively about 59% correction. I think you can't really go wrong with buying into DOWGE at the moment if you believe in it. I'm not personally buying in at these levels. I was telling you guys before, at the 38.40 mil mark that was reached, that would be a good buy, right? So we are sitting just on that trend line at the moment. So guys, look out if we do lose this level around 50 mil again. I think if we collapse at this 50 mil mark, we're going way down back to that 38.40 mil mark that we're seeing here. I think DOWGE at the moment is a decent dollar cost average opportunity. Like I said, I don't think you're that early again, but if you think this can rival SPX, guys, you are really early. So if you think this is doable, achievable, and this is going to get as much attention as SPX6900, it follows the same type of narrative, I think this is a great buy, to be honest with you guys. Now it's time to talk about MOMO, which is one of the hottest cryptocurrencies at the moment as well. Obviously, MOMO is essentially a beta play to Bonk. If you aren't familiar with Bonk, Bonk is essentially one of the biggest meme coins at the moment. It is a Shiba Inu as well. And Bonk went absolutely nuts recently with all this hype surrounding Bonk.fun and how it's taking over the whole Pump.swap ecosystem and Pump.fun ecosystem. I think this is a huge challenger. I think Bonk is going to do phenomenally well this bull run. So that is why I think MOMO is going to perform really well as well. So as we can see here, back in 2024, Bonk was a massive thing, guys. So for some of you guys that have just recently entered the market, this isn't a new thing. Bonk has been around for a very long time. In fact, it was bigger in 2024. It's 4 billion in market cap, right? When the whole Solana phone thing was going out and the airdrops with Bonk. Bonk, massive, massive project. Over $1 billion in trading volume, 1.7 billion in trading volume. Absolutely massive. Got all those exchange listings. That's why MOMO is a genius play, in my opinion. This is your beta play to Bonk. This is currently sitting at 28 million in market cap, guys, and I have news for you. If Bonk continues to grow, which, you know, it's pretty obvious that it will, the whole ecosystem is thriving at the moment. This Bonk narrative keeps going. I think Bonk is going well over 20 billion in this cycle, 30 billion. And I think the sister of Bonk, that's the law behind MOMO, is going to easily at least 1 billion, right? So that's still more than a 30x from here. That's just my thought process regarding MOMO. I think it's still got a lot left in the tank. We did talk about it before, this key breakout level here around that 13 mil mark. That is where I did top up on some MOMO, because I was telling you guys I thought it was a great buy. It was either going to break up to the upside or break down to the downside. What do you know, with a bullish market, the Bonk narrative, obviously the play to the upside was the most likely scenario. So we are seeing more consolidation around that 30 mil mark. It's absolutely loving building some stability around there. So we did see that 30 mil mark again, build some support, fell, and then we're back at these levels here. So there is a lot of buying pressure for MOMO at the moment. I think this is one of your better plays in this cycle, guys. So the narrative is easy, clear. Shiba Inus always do well in crypto. We do know DOWGE started that whole era, and I think MOMO is a great buy. Let's talk about some early alpha, and we've talked about AWR for a long time now here on the channel. As you do know, I called this at 100K market cap months and months ago. So this is one of my first early altcoin gem finds that I really love the look of. So I'm talking way down here, right, is where I found it. Awesome stuff on that. It went absolutely parabolic and the hype died out. The market got smashed, whatever happened, right? Now we're sitting at a point where we've reached an accumulation stage with AWR. Everyone was accumulating here, or people that believed in the project were accumulating. That's fine. And then we had this huge Morningstar type of reversal pattern, which is so bullish, and we took off to the races. We exploded. But yet again, guys, we've seen that same area of resistance that nobody that's invested in AWR can stand at the moment. It's this level here all the time, guys. Look how perfectly that lines up with these key areas of resistance. We need to explode past this level here. We always see sell-offs happening. You know, that one was close enough to the resistance level, always here. We need to get past this level of resistance, guys. Once this passes this level of resistance here, I think AWR is exploding, guys. Let me tell you why. All will retire is a very, very rare type of coin. It is a coin that has managed to gain steam, appeal to masses, bring people in to engage in the community. They have over 6,500 holders already. Genuine community, decentralized, it's not bundled. This is something that everyone can get amongst. Once there is any sort of FOMO coming in, and you know, it's great, we're seeing that little green candle at the moment here on the daily chart. Once it receives any bit of FOMO where we explode, everyone is going to get amongst this, guys. And this is something that everyone has in common. Everyone wants to retire with crypto. It's a beautiful message. The community is great. And the developer is just a normal guy like anyone watching this video, right? So we love supporting communities like that where regular people can enrich themselves and build a community among that. So I've talked about AWR for a while here now, but I think you guys need to understand, once we break that key level that I'm talking about, guys, that 6.5, 7 mil mark, we are absolutely going to explode. That's my personal opinion. That's my analysis on it. Fade AWR at your own risk. Let's talk about a coin with a similar narrative, guys. FCK925, which is pretty much fuck 9 to 5, is a coin that kind of stands for the same principles as AWR in a way, right? So it is essentially about retirement in a way. It's saying no one wants to work 9 to 5 jobs and just waste your life away, right? Everyone understands this concept. This is easy to get amongst. This is easy to resonate with. Everyone is pretty much living this reality, right? When 99% of people are probably in jobs they don't enjoy and they want another life. So that's the narrative here. This coin absolutely took off recently, right? We got a surge in volume here. As we do know, volume is one of the key indicators that I always look out for. Meme coin trading is coming soon, guys. So we're going to have a video on meme coin runners coming up, guys, how to trade these meme coins effectively. For the time being, you can join my free Telegram in the links down below in the description, because we are always picking up on these coins nice and early. FCK925, cult community, essentially very, very similar to AWR. I think AWR appeals to a wider range of audience. But hey, I've come around to this one, guys. I don't mind it at all. It's a more of an aggressive kind of thing, right? I feel like more masculine energy in this coin, like anger about the system. AWR is like a generalization. I think that's the best way I can explain it. So this has taken off massively. Had that consolidation phase now where it's dropped off a bit. Had that initial hype, almost topped out at 9 million market cap. You're getting it for about 5.2 million market cap at the moment. I believe it's going to run with AWR, and these two communities will probably help each other, right? So it shouldn't be about which one's going to succeed. I just kind of figured that they can help each other's communities. It's essentially the same thing, branded differently, right? So that's FCK925. Have a look into it in your own time. People in my Telegram absolutely love this coin. Next up is Trash Coin, which we absolutely nailed a call on earlier during this week. Even watched the video a couple of days back. I talked about Trash Coin at this key level of 3.8, 3.6 million down here, and whether it was going to bounce off or not. And we bounced massively, and I told you guys take profit at the 8 million mark, which was about here. This was one of the key fib levels that I was looking into before the video, and you know, we smashed that level. We went well above. We got a wick at 11 mil, so that would have been the best possible time to sell. Now we're consolidating. Trash looks very, very strong, and we're getting a huge surge in volume over the last couple of days. So it's an interesting one because it's got that whole irony narrative about it, like Useless does. Could it be the next Useless? Possible. I like the narrative of one man's trash is another one's treasure. If you are taking a position in Trash and you're looking for the next breakout, like I said, guys, I want it to be above this 12, 13 million mark. We want it to take off there and start using that as an area of support. For example, if you get a confirmation here, we rise up and then sell off again and bounce off. That's when you'd go long on Trash, obviously. This is just my opinion, guys. This is if you're buying into it, you know, this isn't financial advice. and I'd look for that 22 million mark, approximately 23 million to take profit, because these fib retracement levels are pretty good, and I think you're going to see an explosive move to the 22 million mark. That's just my honest opinion on the matter. We did nail the last trade with trash, so we might be on point there. Next up is OMW, which is a coin I quickly mentioned on Twitter, guys. If you aren't following me on Twitter, just follow in the links down below in the description. I get on pretty early there. The videos are probably the last place you hear from me, so inside my Telegram you hear from me first, and then Twitter. I mentioned this on my Twitter because I thought it was a really good play. So On My Way is pretty much just a meme that's come out recently. It's shown a lot of strength, and I told everyone in my Telegram, this is a great place to buy in around here. After we've had that retracement, and we also kept that level of support that we had in the past, right? So we bounced off it well. At the moment, we're retesting that level, but I think if we bounce off this level again, guys, we're going to see an explosive move, and I think this meme is really good, right? So you're on your way somewhere. This can be like a meme, like, oh, you're on your way to your goals or wherever you are. It's very memeable, right? You kind of have to understand all the nuance to it, but have a look into it in your own time, guys. On My Way, I think, is a little bit of a gem. Last but not least is Xiao Bei, which we will be revisiting again here. So Xiao Bei is reaching this interesting point here. So it's made lower highs, which isn't very good news for us. But what's happening is it's reaching this kind of break point where it kind of has to break out to the upside or the downside. And I think what's going to happen, guys, is we have to see a move in Menu. I think Menu is really holding this back. Menu's been getting dumped aggressively. I think this is going to have a move soon, whether it's to the upside or the downside. We have to see what happens here. But with the market being bullish, Ethereum kind of going crazy at the moment, right? The whole Ethereum ecosystem. I think if Menu takes off, we get some nice market confirmation. I think we'll see this 2.2 million mark again for Xiao Bei in the short term. And then if we start using this area as a level of support again, I think we're off to multi-million. So I think we're off to 4, 5, 6 million market cap very short term if we do see that type of price action happen. Xiao, if you're not familiar, is essentially Menu's little brother dog. That's kind of the narrative there. Very well branded. The team's doing well. I see them in voice chats all the time in the Telegram. Sometimes I pop in there. So they're doing well rebranding this as well. I think it's a great coin to be a part of as a risk, right? Very risky play, but I think it can pay off majorly. So in our Telegram, we absolutely love this coin. That's enough from me, guys. As always, join my free Telegram in the links down below in the description. We talk about coins before they pump. We talk about short-term trades. We talk about how to make money in the crypto market while nobody else is, right? So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you join my free Telegram in the links down below in the description. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.